pals, Nary here from Drake Wayne Gaming, and some of you mounts Twitter the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. It's Ty's Path. Yep, Ty's Path. Sorry, I was a little bit late. I'm a little bit tired. Got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. Got a computer that I'm going to be setting up tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute beast. Yeah, it's going to be probably pretty fun. But, yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. Y'all, alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Alright. I turned tail and ran to the door, grabbing the handle tightly, twisting and pulling on it in sheer desperation. A voice then rang out from behind. Fool, that door shall never open. No matter how hard you try, it can never open. Only I can set you free, and it would be my greatest pleasure. I tried in defiance of the stranger's words. Alas, it seemed as though he was right. It wouldn't budge, even slightly, as if it were welded shut. Quickly now, if he turns around and sees you like this... I turned back around, frustrated by the incoherency of his statements. Even his tone of voice was inconsistent. What the fuck are you talking about? Time's up. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty loud. He was free. I collapsed to my knees, rolling into the fetal position, bracing myself for my inevitable demise. Oh, alright then, I guess that's the end of Ty's Path. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. No, I know it's just a nightmare. God, that was pretty wild. Oh, dear. I lifted my head, desperately trying to grasp my surroundings. I was back at the office, but how? I looked around the room. Lukas and Eric were still battling with the printer. Both seemed frustrated, which honestly I was kind of glad for. At least it was something normal. Nearby, Dom had his head down, drawing frantically on the graphics tablet, no doubt still working on promo materials. I noticed he had headphones in. And then I looked straight ahead, and in shock fell straight out of my chair. Oh dear, are you okay, my friend? My legs were trembling and my blood was frozen still. It was him! Knowing not what else to do, I climbed to my feet, sheepishly returning to my chair. It's you! Me? Why, of course it is me. Whoever else would I be? Ah, but sing-song and rhyme aside, are you sure you truly recognize me? I do not believe we have met. That being said, I have certainly heard much about you. I am most pleased to make your acquaintance, Hunter. Second, y'all. Water time. I've also got a little bit of wine here, you know. That'll be our little secret. Who are you? Oh dear, it would seem I have gotten ahead of myself. My name is Spencer, and I must say I've been looking forward to meeting you ever since I first heard your name spoken. How and by whom? This didn't make any sense. Well, regardless, it would seem I have finally stirred you from your slumber. Though I do apologize most profusely if my interference has caused you to come to harm. No, I'm okay. I am most glad. Worry not, your employer had yet to notice your slumber. I was able to wake you in time. I was so confused. Was it all a dream? I guess it made sense given how tired I was, and the fact that Ty played a big part. In a way, it could have just been my subconscious shining a light on my fears. But then I looked Spencer up and down, his warm, smiling face gazing down at me. It was a spitting image of the Spencer that had appeared in the dream, but that didn't make any sense. Had I stirred in my slumber and unconsciously incorporated him into the dream? Was he really evil? Also, praise? Lukas hardly seemed the type to praise anybody, let alone somebody who had only just started with him. Something else I found weird was the fact that despite Spencer seemingly treating me with kindness, I still felt deeply uneasy around him. It might have just been the dream, but there was still something incredibly off about him. Finding the whole situation incredibly bizarre and having no better plan on how to proceed, I decided to ask him a question. A question that would hopefully help me fill in some blanks. Excuse me, Spencer, sir, may I ask a question? My goodness, so very formal. Your parents must be quite something, having taught you such impeccable manners. By all means, go right ahead. How long ago did you get here? Lukas's office, I mean. Oh, about 10 minutes. Lukas is handling preparation for an event on my behalf. Spencer looked down at my desk, closely inspecting the flyers and letters I had been working on earlier. Ah, tremendous. I see you are familiar with the combat tournament, then. It is something I am helping to organize, you see. Woodcrest needs as many lively events as it can get, and I make sure to leverage my resources and connections in order to do my part. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. Having concluded my business with Lukas, I decided I would pop over and see you. After all, I have heard so many wonderful things. Imagine my surprise in finding you asleep. So very difficult to wake you as well. You need to make sure you're getting enough sleep, or else you'll get in trouble from dearest Lukas over yonder. I am sure you have borne witness to what happens to those on his bad side. Yeah, Eric. He brings it on himself, though. Thanks for waking me, I mean. Sorry, I think I drooled on one of your posters. No harm, no foul, my dearest friend. Flyers can easily be replaced. Well, I must be on my way. So many things to do, so little time to get them done. Life can be such a busy thing sometimes, no? It was most wonderful to meet you, Hunter. I am sure with our mutual acquaintances, you and I will be running into one another with regularity. Oh, it was good to meet you too. See ya. Fare thee well, my friend. There you go. Water time. Oh, yeah. That's good. I was so confused. As I struggled to regain something resembling my own sanity, I noticed Dom was watching Spencer as he left the building. The moment the door closed, he sharply ripped his headphones from his ears and stood up, dragging his chair adjacent to me and sitting on it backwards with a shocked expression. What the hell was that? What did you... For a moment, the thought crossed my mind that Dom had indeed shared my experience after all. Alas, and perhaps thankfully, that was not the case. I've never seen Spencer so friendly or chatty. He's barely spoken a word to me at all. Last I checked, he's kind of rigid and quiet with Lukas and Eric, too. What the hell did you do? Ooh, excuse me. Oh, you heard that? Paused my music when I saw him walk up. Right, well, you said something like he heard good things? Sounds like Lukas must have recommended me or something. Lukas? Really? Man, I worked so hard, he's never done anything like that for me. That's so weird, unlike him. Hey, that's the first time I've ever met Spencer. I mean, sort of, but anyway, what's his deal? That's just it. I don't know. He's been coming in here for about a year now. Always has big, elaborate projects for us, and yeah, he's so secretive. He rarely speaks to anybody except Lukas, and even then, if you try asking Lukas, he'll tell you he knows nothing. Huh, you think Lukas is telling the truth? I don't know, dude. Lukas doesn't exactly stand out in the social skills department, and he's not the best liar. He gets real cagey when you ask him about it. I think he knows way more than he's letting on. He just won't talk about it or can't. Shit, that sounds shady. He mentioned that he has resources and connections, and then there's that suit he wears. That's not your ordinary outfit. I know, it doesn't make any sense. It's almost like he's some kind of dangerous criminal or something. Either way, I find the whole thing very shady. I mean, he said he's the guy behind the combat tournament. At the very least, he seems to be doing things that benefit Woodcrest. Maybe it's an above-board way to find enforcers and goons to do his dirty work. What, you think he's Mafia? It'd be first I've heard of any Mafia in Woodcrest. I don't know. At the very least, if that's true, they're fantastic at remaining incognito. But he seems to have taken a liking to you. It could be your end. Maybe you could find out what his deal is after all. Maybe, if he's dangerous, though. I don't know how close I want to be getting. Of course, don't put yourself in harm's way, but if you find anything out, I'd love to know about it. Deal. Thanks, Oh shit, Lukas is looking this way. Dom quickly stood up and dragged his chair back to his desk before resuming his work. Lukas waltzed over, scowling in Dom's direction. Dom, distract Hunter in your own time. There's work that needs doing. And I'm already set back because of this damn printer. There you go. Water time. Dom meekly apologized before Lukas approached my desk instead. I sincerely hoped he hadn't noticed me sleeping. How's your progress? Lukas looked down at my table before a violent scowl crossed his face. You've barely even started. How long has Dom been distracting you for? Sorry, that's all on me. I've had a rough couple days and almost no sleep last night. But that's not your problem. I'm sorry I brought my personal life into work. What was that? Tie. Okay. Lukas's features softened as he pulled up a chair. Unlike Dom had done a moment ago and sat opposite me, he leaned in close, whispering as to not be overheard. Just between us, I may have heard a few things from Ty. I don't know the full story, and no doubt very little compared to what you know, but I know things are difficult right now. For little it's worth, I'm sorry. I don't know specifics, but I know enough to know you're getting something of a raw deal. Thank you, Lucas. You saying so means a lot. And I'm sorry again, you don't have to pay me for this morning. Nonsense, I wouldn't dream of penalizing you for this. It's okay, we've not been working together long, but I know you well enough to know this isn't normal for you. And knowing what I know, I understand why, too. Actually, it may interest you to know that the reason I asked you to be here today is because Ty had asked me to. Huh? Yeah, seems like he feels bad. Wanted me to keep an eye on you. Give you a distraction. Make sure you were okay. Despite everything, that's actually really sweet of him. What are you going to tell him? The truth? That you're taking it hard, but doing an admirable job considering the circumstances. He'll be proud of you for it. I'm proud of you for it. As he said it, he almost appeared to be in physical pain. Apparently, sharing his emotions was something he found difficult. Explained a lot, really. Aw, Lucas, you big softy, you do care. What? No, I just, It's alright, big guy, your secret is safe with me. That is, if you answer a question for me. The setup couldn't be more perfect. I had Lucas right where I wanted him. Sure, shoot. I'd like to know more about Spencer. Suddenly, Lucas's face filled with shock. Was it really such a strange question? After all, Spencer had only just been here. How do you know about that? Ty said he hadn't... Wait, hold on. Ty? What does this have to do with Ty? How do you know about that? About what? He was here not 10 minutes ago. Even paid me a brief visit. He's one of our clients, right? I just want to know more about him. Oh, you mean... So then what's this about Ty? Oh boy. It seemed like Lucas had made a significant miscalculation regarding my reasons for asking about Spencer had unwittingly revealed some kind of link between Spencer and Ty. The plot had thickened. Well, isn't this something I should know? I'm sorry, but I've already said too much. If they knew I'd let this slip. Who's they? Spencer and Ty? Daniel, water time. It's not that I don't want to tell you, it's that I can't. And if I could, it wouldn't be my place. Please, just drop it. I sighed. I didn't want to push the matter any further. I'd learned something which in itself was already a victory, and I was just going to have to accept that it was all I was going to get from Lucas. Okay, I'll drop it. And please, don't tell anybody I said anything. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, I hope that having you work for me today would be good for you. But I don't think that's quite working out, considering your progress. I'll pay you in full, finish this current stack, and go home. Take some time to rest. Are you sure? I don't want to be a liability. Dead sure. Hell, it's in order. Finish your stack and get the hell out. I'll see you in a few days. Okay, thanks, Lucas. And good luck, okay? You got dealt a raw hand. You deserve better. Thanks. Lucas smiled at me before heading back in the direction of the printer. It was nice of him to give me the pep talk. For someone so grumpy and reserved underneath it all, he was unexpectedly kind. As instructed, I began work on the remainder of my pile. There wasn't much, and it wouldn't be long before I could head away. After a few minutes of work, however, voices from across the room captured my attention. It's working! It's... jammed. What? Yep, sorry, boss. Lucas violently gripped the printer by its sides and with a mighty heave tipped the entire thing to the floor. The sound of the glass in the flatbed shattering could be heard throughout the office. Eric, we're going printer shopping. Roger that, hot stuff. Hope you have a spacesuit because I'm gonna kick your ass into low orbit. Ooh, sounds fun. Tell me more. With a furious grumble, Lucas departed the office en route to the nearest printer store. Surely unable to resist seeing if Lucas would hold true to his threat, Eric excitedly followed closely behind. I was so glad they were back to normal. Well, that sure was, something. Anyway, there's one thing I've been meaning to ask. Yeah? I managed to talk Axel into exploring the abandoned building this afternoon, so I was wondering if... Nope. Huh? I mean, no thank you. I've got plans. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. I'm tired. I got a big day tomorrow. I gotta set up a new computer. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!